Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite Dr.
Big Sue.
Bay.
It's about
Monique
boogie
Ross.
fucking
In
bundles
today's
in the
episode,
building, man.
I am
Shout
joined
out
by
to you,
special
man. Thank you
guest
so much for
co-host.
pulling up, man. From the Pure Fuckery, the podcast. So, Miss Danny Brown, you are a part host. It sets you apart from everybody else. I love it. What y'all think? Let us know in the comments, man.
Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite Dr. Bay. In today's episode, I am joined by special guest co-host. I got my man, Ben Luke, in the fucking building, yo. Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you for coming out. It was a struggle getting you here, man. It was a struggle getting you here.
These St. Louis streets, man.
No, I ain't even let's rewind. We're not even talking about the streets. Let's fucking rewind to your manager reaching out, initially reaching out.
For sure.
And we've been planning on trying to work on getting you here, and it's just been a fucking struggle. You're busy.
I was doing the do-si-do
I'm
for that.
busy. He's busy. It's just, I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Right,
and then we finally get to the date, and I'm like, I'm here. Your manager called my phone. It's like, he's outside. I go outside. There's no Ben Luke outside. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Where's Ben Luke? Is he a myth? Is he a myth? Like, I was at first when I stepped outside and didn't see anybody outside. I'm like, this gotta be a joke or it's a setup. And I'm like, damn, I left my gun upstairs. I called Emmy, she ain't answered because I called Emmy. I straight called you
Look to the
to
left,
tell you
nobody
to get
down
the
there.
fucking
Look to the
gun
right.
and have it
Nobody
just
down
in
there.
case because nobody was outside, right? So, but we here now.
Yes,
we here
ma'am.
now. And I absolutely appreciate you for coming out and sharing in my energy space
Yes, ma'am.
on Pure Fuckery, the podcast. Shout out to my man, Big fucking Stu, producing the episode. Shout out to Emmy in the fucking building. She's standing there
Big
right now for
shout-outs.
Big Stu. He gonna pull up any minute now. Oh, he's fucking here, man.
Big
Big
shout-outs.
Stu in the fucking building, man. All right, so we got Ben Luke here. I want to first and foremost, again, I welcome you. My first question, just right off the bat, what inspires you? What, as a young kid, did you? This is my first question. As a young kid, did you always know that you wanted to be in the music? Have you always been musically inclined?
So yeah, my parents kind of started me and my brother off early. I have an older brother. We used to play the violin.
Okay.
So we started off on that. I decided that was not something that I wanted
So
to
you don't play the violin anymore? Do you
I do
still
not.
know how to play it though? Do you remember?
I probably do, because I came back to it when I was like in high school.
Okay.
Played in like the symphony orchestra and things like that. So once you get like your rudimentals down, like your fundamentals and everything, it's kind of hard to lose those. So you just got to brush up on everything.
Right.
But so yeah, like I started early. My parents got me in early, and it's always been like a love-hate thing because I never did it for me. I did it for somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's when it becomes like a chore rather than like
Exactly.
something that you love doing. So
Exactly. So right here, right now, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for
I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for all the girls that are out there.
and all the
I love
fans?
all y'all.
You say you love all the girls. That's what's up, man. So you feel like you've always been musically inclined. So you started playing the violin. Were you singing too, or did you find your voice later on in that process?
I found my voice later on.
Okay.
So when I was in middle school, there was this guy who was playing at middle school orientation, whatever.
You not in middle school no more?
Oh,
Okay. I'm just fucking with you because I was fucking with you about your age earlier.
But yeah, so dude was like singing, and I'm like, oh snap, he's playing the piano too. Like,
Okay.
It never crossed my mind before, and so like I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's something to keep in mind in the back of my head.
Sure.
So literally, like the next year, I decided to like learn a song just for myself. So learned a song, picked out a song, played it at like the little talent show that we used to have at like Carlane. That's where I used to go. To
Okay,
for middle
Carlane
school.
Elementary.
Middle school.
Middle school, Carlane Middle.
Yeah.
You did say middle, my bad.
You good? So yeah, went there, did that, and like everybody liked it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should try this thing a little bit more. But like once when I got into high school and started playing sports and everything, like I just kind of like.
What high school did you go to?
So I went to Central VAP.
Okay, Visual and
for my
Performing
freshman
Arts.
year.
Okay.
And then I went to McKinley High School for the rest of.
Why'd you change? I feel like VAP was the perfect place for you.
Yeah, but like I said, my heart wasn't in music at the time. Like,
so
it
you
was
got
really,
into sports.
Yeah, it was sports heavy.
What'd you play?
I played soccer and ran track.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, not the football and the basketball. I love it. Soccer and ran track.
Yeah,
Were you any good?
Yeah, so I funny, interesting topic. Like, I had almost tried out for. Well, I did try out. I tried out for the Houston Dynamo. It's like a MLS team for their under 16 team.
Okay.
I did get the necessary score to qualify to get into their actual like tryout regimen, but I just couldn't do it at the time because it was just like some money things that were going on.
Okay.
I couldn't do it, but yeah.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So we got a soccer player, track star, and then music, violin. Taught yourself how to play the piano.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. I love it. So, who inspires you? What artists, like, mainstream artists, would you say give you your inspiration? Like, who were you looking at as a young kid, and you're like, man, I can do that. I want to do that. I want to be that.
So when I was young, I didn't really have one.
Okay.
I just knew that I like music. I just like the sound of the feel of it. As I got older, I would say definitely like Usher, definitely Chris Brown. Like, once when I started like going back and like listening to other people's stuff, I'm just like, wow, like that actually is like pretty cool. And you just see like how like dynamic they are. Like that's what I love, because I don't like sticking into one thing at one time. You know what I'm saying? I like everything. You know what I'm saying? So once when I found that out, I'm like, oh yeah, those are definitely the guys. And then you find out who song wrote for them. And then you go back and listen to their stuff, and it's just like, dang, so the whole world just opens up with everything. So.
And your brain expands, and you're like, man, I'm going for it.
Yes,
so you dance and sing, because you just named Usher and Chris Brown. They both dance, they both sing, like they're performers. So you perform when you're live, you dance, sing, you got routines and whatnot?
Got the routine. So next year is going to be crazy, because we're actually going to...
Don't give us next year. We'll talk about that later. I ain't asking you about next year. We right here. We talking about before, like we talking about how you got here. Let's lead up to it. It's all about the build up, you know.
For sure.
So your single, Higher, that's the newest single. That's the newest single. All right. So what inspired that? Like, who did you write? Do you write your music as well?
Ma'am.
Okay, so you write and perform it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what inspired that? That was one of the tracks that I was listening to earlier. It's a dope track. You got a dope ass playlist. I went on Apple Music and I was riding to it. I started playing before I left the house to come down to the studio, and I rode to it down here and I played it when I got in here. And I'm like, all right, it's a vibe. Like, we don't get that type of R&B music anymore. It's all rappy, sing song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give me Usher, Chris Brown vibe. So the single Higher, it's Higher, right? Did I say it right? Higher. What inspired that single? What inspired that track?
So that was actually an experience that I had.
Okay.
Where it's like this girl I was really interested in. She I don't know, like, she didn't give me like the time of day, and I'm just like, dang, like, you know how I feel about you, and then it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like, whenever we come into each other's energy and space again, it's still there.
The vibe is still there.
Yeah, so I'm like, dang, like, I don't want to be that dude that just keep on hitting her up, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always be there, when you
want what you want, man. The heart wants what it wants. I have a guy like that. I have a guy in my life like that. Like, I crush on him. Like, I crush on him hard. And we talked briefly, like, for a couple months. And he's one of my cousin's best friends. Like, they're close. And I think he just, like, got into the mindset, like, once we started talking and he got to know me. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this to say what I'm about to say. People think that, like, women and men, they'll start dating someone and they'll be like, and then that one or the other decides, okay, this is not what I want to do. Understand, people be like, oh, you wasted my time. No, it's not that I wasted your time. I felt you out, and I decided, like, no, it's a no for me, right?
Right.
And with him, I honestly don't know what happened, because, like, we still cool. We still talk and whatnot. I have my theory, because I did do some digging. Like, I asked around and I found out some stuff regarding the situation. And what I came up with, why he kind of fell back, was he didn't want to. No, he didn't want to put me in the middle of no bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Like, like I said, we still talk, we still communicate, We're still in contact on social media and everything. But after I did some digging, and I think he watched my podcast because he typically comments, he sends me DMs and stuff about stuff I say in my podcast. So I think he's gonna watch this and he's gonna know why it was so easy for me to pull back. I pulled back because of what I found out.
Right.
I found out he's married, but they're separated. See, he told me that he was divorced.
Dang.
And because of our connection, as far as my cousin being one of his close friends, I think he just kind of like, okay, I'm not getting ready to put her in the middle of this bullshit.
That's crazy.
Because then my cousin, you know, it could affect their friendship.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely get it.
I'm gonna immediately call my cousin. Like, I didn't call him because nothing transpired. We're cool. Like, we hung out one night, and then after that, I like to believe that he was like, man, she's dope as fuck, and I could see myself having a life with her, but I got all this bullshit going on, so I'm not going to involve her in it. That's what I want to believe. Or he's probably like, this motherfucker crazy. It's a no for me. I feel her out. But
I feel like with guys, like, we'll put up with it. We'll be like, you know what? That crazy is
men love crazy. I swear, like, men real life love crazy. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I say this. We gonna get back to
I think
you
it's
being
the thrill.
I think so. Like, men real life love crazy. Like, I've dealt with guys where I pretended to be normal, and I didn't give them any crazy, any drama, any bullshit. I was just normal, right? Like, just being the girl that men want, that you think that we as women think they want, right? Exactly. And I've had a guy tell me, like, you lame. I real life had a dude tell me I was lame because of, like, the type of stuff that I be on. Like, you know, I don't party. Like, my social media might tell a different story, but I'm not a partier like that. Like, I read and write and listen to music.
We ain't trying to hear all that.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, this guy, he was like, you kind of lame to me. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, whatever, you know, to each his own. But then I got guys, some people, and I not just guys, like some people think I'm mad fucking dope, but you know, to each his own. But in that particular situation with that guy, like, I really think he just came to the conclusion, like, okay, I like her, but I don't want to involve her in my bullshit. So and don't think of it as the girl, like the chick you like and whatever, and that inspire higher. Don't look at it like, oh, you know, she's playing me to the left or whatever. You don't know what she has going on unless you specifically ask. You know what I'm saying? And understand, like, timing and season. Like, if the time is right, it'll present itself to you. Because what's for you, that's gonna be for you regardless. Exactly. Can't nobody take it away from you.
And I feel like that's what I've grown into a lot more. You just learn not to force anything. Right. Like, in life, like, we feel like we gotta, I gotta take this initiative. But it's like, bro, like, energy is energy. Like, if it's attracted to each other, it's gonna come together.
Right. You know, and it's gonna be organic and it's gonna be natural. Like you said, we don't have to force anything, right?
Yep.
That's what's up. So shout out to that young lady. Hey, if you watching, man, you know how he feel about you. Quit playing with my man. You know, quit playing with Ben. Shit. Don't hit his line. You know, when you know, he get that big deal, that bag. Definitely. Don't hit his line.
Cause then I'm gonna be salty at that point.
You gonna be salty. Look, you can't come with him, baby girl. You can't come with him at that point. All right, man. So you guys got this dance battle coming up at Harris Stowe. Are you in the dance battle?
So I'm performing.
Okay, you gonna perform?
I'm probably gonna be doing the ad libs all throughout the show. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be tight. We got this. What's the group called? See, this thing is making me can't think. She pouring this wine in front of me, guys.
My bad. I can't even. I gotta top you off. You can't have no empty glass at this table.
But yeah, so we got a couple of performers though, and so many dope dancers coming in. Okay. And just showing love, cause I know, you know what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do any of this. You know what I'm saying. So you just appreciate anybody and everyone who decides that they want to participate in things like that. So definitely come out to Harris Stowe. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna turn up. It's definitely gonna be some prize money given out, some real prize money. So yeah, if you want to get involved, there is a participation fee depending on how many people that you bring in with you. You know, whether it's you or your partner or whatever like that. Right. So just be aware of that. But sign up. You can DM Tap Out the Boss on Instagram. He'll get you set up, and yeah. let's compete.
All right, I love it. I love it. So, with this dance battle, what was I about to ask you? What's the date?
August 20th.
August 20th.
August 20th. I saw on social media that who is it? Fox 2 or one of these channels?
Oh yeah.
There's
Fox 2 is going to be interviewing.
Okay.
Yeah, so going to be interviewing my manager. That's Tap. He's going to be just basically giving the rundown of it. They also want to know some information about me as an artist and things like that. So we're going to shoot them some music and things like that. So it's going to be a great, just all around like networking meeting that they're going to have. So yep.
All right. So who does your production? Who does your who produces your music? And is it one specific person, or do you work with different people? Is it local? Who you got? Give me who you got on your resume?
The deets. Okay.
Yeah, we want to know. The fuckers want to know. I forgot to shout out the fuckers out there. These people have coined themselves as the fuckers. My ex-husband came on like episode 4, and we turned the camera on, and he's like, "Hello, fuckers."
Dang.
Like, I didn't know that was coming, and then this was like literally the beginning of Pure Fuckery the podcast, episode 4, I want to say, and as soon as I introduced him, he looks at the camera and like, say out, thank you to the viewers, and he's like, "Hello, fuckers."
That's
and
crazy.
after that, it just took off, and like people be in my DMs like, "I'm a fucker, what's good?" I'm like, "Oh my God," like, but that's what it is. So what's up to the fuckers out there, man? I absolutely appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every week. Shout out to the fuckers, Ben Luke. Say what's up to the fuckers,
what's up,
man.
y'all? I can't say that word.
You can't say that word?
But y'all know who I'm talking about.
That's what's up. I appreciate it, and I mad respect to you on that. But look, we say fuckers, and all kind of other bad words
out here.
around here, man. And I'm okay with that part of my life. I've accepted that part of my life. I accepted who I am as a person. My foul ass mouth, like like when I how we talk to our ancestors. When I talk to my mom, and I say, "Mom, I hope I'm making you proud," minus my foul mouth. And the thing is, like, I don't think my mom, before my mom passed away, 'cause she's been gone 13 years, but I don't think, even as an adult, I was a grown ass woman when my mom passed. I don't think my mom ever heard me curse. And my dad, it's a respect thing. And my dad probably just recently heard me curse, and it was in a heat of the moment,
right?
Like I'm pissed off type of situation. Yeah, man. And I just flew off the handle and said some stuff, and I even apologized after the fact. But my dad, he cusses like a sailor, right? But it's a respect thing for me. Like, I absolutely respect my elders. Aunts, uncles, even like my big cousins and stuff. I literally just kind of came out this shell and gave this side of Mo to everybody. Yeah. Whereas before,
you grew into the authentic you.
Yes, because I would reserve it for certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
Now everybody get the same motherfucker every day, all day. It's just, I'm just letting it all hang out, and I'm okay with that part of my life, man. And like I said, minus my foul mouth, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I did good for myself in this life, So anyhow, we gonna get off of me and all that bullshit. So you were going to talk about your producing, like who's producing your content, who's producing your music, and anybody we know that you've worked with, and it could be somebody local, because I'm on the scene now. I know a few folks,
Yeah. So contrary to popular belief, my first project that I ever put out, I produced the entire thing.
Okay.
With that being said, like moving forward, there's times where I produce for myself, and then there's times where I reach out to different producers that I know, because I actually run a studio of my own.
Okay.
So I come across a lot of people who just, I just pitch what I got to them, and they're just like, "Oh man, I got a track for you," da da da. And then currently right now I'm going through like a shift of just a different sound. I just kind of want to wander in a direction.
Right. Just trying to figure
some different things out. And so one guy that I hit up a lot, his name is Josh B. He's a producer. He does like trap, R&B, pop, things like that. And then I'm also working with a guy named Native Genius. He does like the Afro pop stuff.
Okay.
So I have a song with them that's going to be released pretty soon, probably within the next month or so. Just got to finalize some things or whatever. Make sure the business is all correct. Make sure your business is correct. All right. So, but yeah, like there's times when, and the funny thing is, it's like when I produce my own stuff, because I'm a producer too.
Okay.
I just cannot think of lyrics to my own stuff a lot of the time. So
Right.
when I'm on YouTube, I'm like, you know what, let me write to this beat. And then what I'll do, I'll just remake the beat, you know, in a different way of like how I like to produce and things like that. So
Sure.
yeah.
All right. Okay. I can dig it. So, what producers, anybody local that you would want to work with? Like anybody like you dying to work with, or it doesn't have to be local. Who do you want to work with, like as far as production?
I would definitely say like Hitmaker.
Okay.
Like his stuff is always like just okay. This is a nerd moment, all right? So
Give it to us.
just the way that the 808 and the kick just be booming sometimes. I'm like, bro, I gotta just be in the room. I just need to be in the room just so I can look at the screen, pick at the screen a little bit, see what they doing, and then bring it back home to St. Louis. That and Ty Dolla $ign. Like,
Okay.
those two guys, man, it's crazy some of the stuff that they be pulling off sometimes. So
I feel you. I can dig it. Like 808s and the boom and all that.
Mhm.
Like I've heard those words, but I'm not I love music, but I'm not, messing around with boards and beats and production and all that. My son does. Both of my boys, they mess with music and stuff. Like it's a hobby of theirs. And one of them, at one point, my youngest son was supposed to be like the artist, and my oldest son was going to produce the music, and like they messed around with it. Like they swear they got bars. Like my youngest son, he swear he got bars, but listen, I swear I got bars. So like I can make some shit rhyme, but yeah, I fucks with the music. So we got this wine is snuck up on me.
Yeah, I know. It's
the wine
like,
is snuck up on me.
You just have these moments where you just like, dang,
this wine did. Like I'm looking at my questions and still lost my train of thought. That's how I know the wine has snuck up on me, man. We in the fucking Big Stu Studios recording live with Ben Luke. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So what's coming? What can we expect from Ben Luke in the near future, and then we'll get into the far future. What do you think is what's next? What's coming up?
So currently, my management group, we're thinking of creating a tour for next year. Okay. Which is gonna be dope.
How many cities you thinking?
Sorry, I'm breathing.
No, you're good. You're good.
Probably, man. I'm thinking like if we can get like 25, that'll be amazing.
25 cities.
That'd be amazing.
You come on tour with me, man. If my book ever, I ain't gonna even say if my book ever drops. I got an email yesterday from my publishing house.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, that's just a minor, like a small update. I'm not gonna go off into details, but just know that I got an email yesterday, and I'll even tell you guys this. This is the email says, "Here's a copy of the final draft. Please review and advise." So once I get through this final draft, like I send it back, because I just gave up on asking. Like we thought we were launching for December, this past December, and I knew with COVID and everything, it was going to be a halt to it.
And that's fine.
And I'm okay with that timing in season. And I get that. I respect that. I understand that. And it got to the point where I haven't asked. When people ask me, I'll be like, it's coming. That's all I say. Like, it's coming.
It's not your business until it releases.
Yeah, but I kind of made these people business because, like, when it first happened, like, even the first book deal, like, because I had one book deal and then that one was basically rescinded. I got a second one. So with this one, of course, we speak shit and we share it because we are excited. And that was that was probably one of my downfalls. That was probably one of my mistakes.
Yeah, learning experiences.
And it is. Like, you don't let people in on what you're doing until it's done. And I've learned that because this shit has been in the making since I started writing in 2014. We talked about this on the podcast. Started writing in 2014, finished in 2017, got the book deal. The initial book contract was 2015. And here we are, 2021. Right. So 7 years later, man. 7 years later,
But you know what I learned? Sorry to...
No, you're good.
What I learned is that Jesus, this drink. Okay. What I learned.
My bad.
What I learned is that everything worth doing takes about 5 years to really put in the groundwork, lay the foundation, things like that. Sharpen the skill set, and then sharpen the mind. So by the time like everything starts rolling, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Because I think in the beginning we all like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I came up with the idea. Da, da, da. You're not ready. You know what I'm saying? You still have to build. You still have to work out the wrinkles and everything like that. But it takes a good 5 years.
And I'm with it. I'm there mentally. And the thing is, had everything went according to plan when I wanted it to, I wouldn't have been prepared. See, I asked God, source, spirit, the universe, whatever it is you believe in, because we try to not offend people here on Pure Fuckery, the podcast. But when I prayed and I asked God, source, spirit, the universe, to humble me, I said, keep me humble throughout this process, because it's a big deal to get a publishing contract, like a traditional publishing deal. That's every author's dream, not knocking anybody who self-publishes, because I've thought about trying to buy myself out my contract and self-publish, because I wanted it when I wanted it, and I wanted it now, right? But in hindsight, had I not gone through all the things that I've gone through from the time that I started writing this book, 2014, up until right now, the energy space that I'm in now, I don't think I was prepared to receive it. Receive all that was to come. So I prayed, I asked God to humble me and to keep me humble throughout the entire process. And
that's nothing wrong with that.
But listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all be careful what the fuck you ask God to do.
True.
Because I said, God, humble me. I didn't want to be humbled like this. Like, I've been so humbled, man. Like, when I say, when you're up here and you get brought down all the way down here, like, you get brought down a notch and all you got is your faith that you have to rely on. Otherwise, you've been lost your goddamn mind. Like, that's where I've been. That's where I'm coming from. Like, I've healed. I'm moving out of that season in my life and transitioning into this new season. Like,
But that's what they always said, what was success, though.
Yeah.
Like, once you hit rock bottom and how you jump up or reach after you hit
exactly,
because I feel like that's what's lacking with my generation. Like, I feel like a lot of the times we're going up, and then we hit our plateau, and then something happens and we get back down, and we're just like
and that's how you end up with like Britney Spears. I think
like you start resorting to things that hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
And just shit.
You start becoming influenced and different things like that, and doing stuff that you don't usually do, and you're just like, okay, what just happened?
Right.
And you just wasted 2 years doing whatever you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Lost focus, lost your mental, lost your drive.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because drive is so important, and I feel like the biggest threat to drive is just like, a lot of the times I feel like it's success.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, I made it here, I can stay right here. You get complacent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get signed, quote unquote, the work is just starting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get your publishing deal, the work is just starting. You just reached the start line. You know what I'm saying?
Drop these gems over here. Y'all know we drop gems around here. Let's chill.
The drunken gems.
The drunken gems. That might be the title of this podcast episode. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like, we drop gems around here. Y'all know that. Yes, this is Pure Fuckery, the podcast, but the basis of Pure Fuckery, the podcast, if you know what fuckery means, it's basically, everything, when everything, you trying to make everything go your way, or everything's going right, and then some obstacle, some bullshit appears in the equation. That's to me, that's what fuckery is. And if you
fuck is it?
You Google fuckery, the Urban Dictionary, I'm gonna Google it real quick so I can tell y'all the exact Urban Dictionary.
We educating people out here.
Fuckery defined: when everything that can go wrong does go wrong while a person is in the process of attempting to carry out everyday activities. I was on my way to the store, but there was too much fuckery involved for me to even make it there. You know what I'm saying?
Fighting.
Like, that's what fuckery is. I talk about, then that's what we talk about here. We talk about our obstacles and the things the bullshit that life throws our way, and how we just have to persevere and keep it pushing. And you go either sink or swim.
Right.
I've been thrown to the wolves 1,000,001 times, man. And each and every time I came back leading that fucking pack. And this time it's no different, right?
That's dope.
Tell me about some obstacles that you faced with the music. Like, give me some obstacles, times where maybe you weren't passionate about it, you weren't feeling it. Give me something. Give us something.
So I feel like every artist goes through a time when you just feel like you're not good enough. You just enter into a space like where it's like you don't know what to do next. Right. And so you just try different things, like try so many different things, and nothing seems to work. And you're just like, am I really meant for this? Am I really, am I as good as I think that I am? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of the territory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You think that you're good. You have something to offer to your fans, people, whatever, and you try to give them something that you think that they would want or they would be receptive to, and then it's yes, please. And then it comes down to just knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of the times they're like, well, in order to get from point A to point B, I need to be like, oh, we emptied out both bottles of you guys. Like, that was so fast for no reason. Oh, they were not full bottles. Okay. I thought we was going. But yeah, so it's like you enter into this headspace that like, am I good enough? Do I gotta sacrifice my values in order to get to where I want to go? And a lot of people are like, you know what? I'm ready for the bag. F them values. Let's get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's money at the end of the day. And I feel like what it comes down to is just the people around you. Like me, I'm a very, very independent person. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I was always came up that way. It was like once when I made that decision, like, okay, I'm gonna do me. Like for real. Right. I don't care about what nobody got to say. And I say this every day. Like, I don't care what nobody got to say. Like, if I'm happy with it, you know what I'm saying? I can live with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Way. And it's just like, you just come across so many different things that just kind of thwart your resolve. And so that's why you got to make sure you're strong first before you even enter into the race, because it's like if you don't have the confidence, you didn't train, you didn't do everything that you need to do to prepare, you're gonna fall behind. You know what I'm saying? In your own eyes and to the eyes of whoever's out there. But another thing that you can learn is that you can learn to get better. You see things like, ooh, I like the way that they perform. You start appreciating what people, your quote unquote competition, for like a better term, other artists, other singers, things like that, rappers or whatever. And you're just like, oh, I can add that, let me challenge myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's an all around humbling experience. But I definitely just make sure that your core squad, people who are around you, the people that are talking to you, are feeding and edifying into your craft and your life. Right. Because if they're not, you're just going to be just as lost as them. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to have the vision. Somebody has to have the drive. And somebody has to be, okay, like, we're going to try this. Right. Like, we all, okay, we're going to try it. If that doesn't work, cool. We still together. You know what I'm saying? So you never feel like you're alone. I think that's the biggest thing. Because me, I ain't going to lie, I'm kind of a loner, but I'm getting out of it because, like, I've established a group of people around me that really want me to succeed. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're just not saying it. They're just not, oh yeah, Ben is talented. Da, 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 da. Like, I can care less about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? How are we going to do this thing? How are we going to, move forward? How we're going to impact the people that we're trying to impact? Sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to say, yeah, you're such a talented writer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say that and walk out the door and never care, read a book or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if I really mean it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to go far with you because you know that it's come from a sincere place. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with all that combined in one, you just, from what I, my mental, like, it's just like, it's a spiritual thing. It's a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to just know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're easily influenced by things. Just go in every which direction, and you end up falling apart.
Hey, man. Man,
I'm telling you.
That's why I got quiet. That's why I got quiet. Because
This
you
turns
were on the
on,
stuff. You definitely, you dropping some gems right here. I'm going to ask you, will you cut the live? Because I don't like to give them the whole show. I like to drive them to the actual episode.
The actual podcast.
We'll air this Friday. It'll be aired this Friday, but we don't like to give them the whole episode. Appreciate you. Thank you. So, we got Ben Luke in the fucking building. He's over here dropping mad gems on us. We here live, Big Stu Studio. Shout out to my man Big Stu, producing the fucking episode. Y'all know who I be.
Shout out to Big Stu.
Your favorite Dr. Bay. So Ben Luke, we got let's go back to Higher. Are you gonna make a video for that song?
So it looks like I might have to.
It's such an amazing song. Like, I love it.
So like that's okay. So just a quick little side story.
Okay.
Spotify is my weakest platform.
Okay.
With this one song, like I've had so much traction on Spotify. Like it's crazy. Like if you look at the numbers, it's like you're at like a 2,000% increase of what you
right.
And that one was at 0. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
like that was not my platform.
It takes that one. It only takes that one song, that one book, that one whatever you're doing, man. And that could be the one. And each and every time, this is why I say don't give up. Like don't give up, because it just takes that you to be in the right place, right time, the right person to gravitate towards you and notice you.
Right.
That can put you on the tongues and ears of somebody that can fast track it or fast forward you to where you're trying to be. So,
stepping stones.
Yeah, do that video. I would love to see the video. Let me be in the video. Can I be the girl who the song was for?
Man,
I'll lose a couple pounds. I'll get in the gym and lose my poop for the video.
So I've had a lot of girls approach me recently about that particular subject matter.
Okay.
So there is criteria.
It's a criteria.
There's criteria, and it's
Is
not
it
even
an age
just
criteria.
It's not an age criteria. It's not an age criteria because I love older
to
women.
To keep me out, all you gotta do is say you can't be over 40. Then I have to battle.
But Fonzie is a very strict man.
Okay.
So he qualifies all that. I'm just, hey, she looks bad. He's like, and I'm just like, So, hey.
Let me know when the shoot is. I'll pull up. I ain't gotta be like the main girl in the video. But let me be in the back smiling or something, like sitting with my legs crossed or something. I don't know. I just love the song. I think it's a dope song, and I think you absolutely
and I appreciate
have to do a video for it. Your single, Love Ain't Cheap. Let's talk about Love Ain't Cheap. That was another one of my favorites.
Okay, so the funny thing about that story, that was actually a throwaway song.
Really?
Yes.
Like, oh, wow.
I don't like that song. You know what I'm saying? I was literally just putting that out because I realized that I had not put out anything all year.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, because I was so busy like just focusing on other things. And I'm just like, man, like, let me just throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, people enjoyed that. I didn't hear any bad reviews. And that's a great thing. Like, I haven't had any like bad reviews.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I haven't anybody that said, nah, you should just quit, stop. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But Love and Cheap was definitely like the throwaway song.
But I like it. I like it.
But yeah, so the story behind that, it was actually like one of the first songs that I completed like in my artistry catalog or whatever. So there was a time where I really wanted to quit.
Okay.
Like music, I didn't want to do it anymore. A buddy of mine, he was like, yo, stop talking like that. Stop thinking about that. Come over to my crib. We're going to produce. We're going to write. We're going to do all this stuff. And I'm like, man, whatever, bro. So I went over to his house a couple of times. We produced, things like that. And all of a sudden, I started, getting my momentum back. You know what I'm saying? And he introduced me to now, like, one of my best collaborating partners. His name is Cool. He's a writer, rapper, dope guy. You can find him on Instagram at Cool Society. And it's zeros, not O's, but zeros.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like he just like whenever I hit a roadblock, dude was always there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, help me with this beat. The beat was sitting there for like 2 years. you know, and he's like, yeah, bro, I got you. Hit me back like 2 days later. He's like, yeah, I got an idea. Come over to the crib. We recorded it. We wrote to it to the full song. Mm-hmm. At the time, like if I showed you the original version versus the one that's now, you'd be like, ugh.
Okay.
So it took some time, you know, I had to mature into the tone of voice, things like that. But the great thing is, you know, I kept on trying, got there, made it sound like what it is today. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm rocking with it. I love it. What else we got? We definitely got Ben Luke in the fucking building right now. We talking all things music. All things music. What's to come? What do you foresee in the future for Ben Luke? I know you talked about a tour possibly next year. Maybe we can collab. You can come on because let me tell you what we're trying to do.
Okay.
Since we got an email yesterday out of the blue from the publishing house. Like I opened the email, but I didn't even open the.
You have read it.
I read the email and everything. Where was it? Yeah, I read it yesterday. Read the email. Please find attached the finished manuscript and get back to us with your
it's verified, y'all. I can see the letters.
he sees it. He sees the email. I straight got the email. But I didn't even open the attachment. The attachment. I didn't open it. I wasn't in a mental space yesterday where I could actually sit down and do it. Like I was moving around. I had a lot going on yesterday, had a lot going on today. Okay. I'll get to it. And this is what I won't say this is what held it up last year because, you know, with COVID and everything, but I did procrastinate when I got the edits back last year. I procrastinated on that. And that's my bad. But what the goal is, the ultimate goal, so they're talking like either 25 or 35 city tour. So this is just for the book.
Right.
So my thought process is we doing the podcast, might as well take Pure Fuckery, the podcast,
on the road
with us.
On the road.
And do live shows in every city.
That'd be tight.
Since we're going to be there, right?
Right.
So, yeah, man. So it's getting closer. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Like when I got this email yesterday, every time I get an email from them, I always procrastinate because when that email comes in, it's like, shit's getting real for me. Like it's getting real.
Like, do you feel like that's a thing that you do?
Is it? I've been asked, what are you afraid of, success or failure? It's not either. With this book, because I procrastinated so much with the book. And I don't know if you know, it's titled The Miseducation of Monique Ross. It's a 3-part series, and it's a love story. If you know Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. Each chapter in the book is titled after a track off the album. And it's a love story. I tell a story derived of personal experiences that I've endured when it comes to my love life, from being married and then going from being married to divorce, relationship, breakup, then somebody new, immediate engagement, and then break that off, and then now like being single and dating in the world. In this dating pool that's filled with pee. I'm weak. So that's pretty much, you know, it surrounds my love life, my personal experiences in love, being a parent, and just all the relationships, who I am to all these different people in my life. And I've been asked, what are you afraid of, success or failure? And it's neither. I've come to the conclusion that it's not that I'm afraid, I'm shooketh to put this. Because once this is out, like once you put some shit like this out, you can't take it back. And I won't even say shooketh.
I have a question.
Go ahead with your question.
Are you at the point to where you don't care?
I don't, and that's what I was about to say. I've reached that pivotal point in my life where I'm
because there's the fake don't care and then there's the real don't care.
I'm doing Pure Fuckery, the podcast. And if you've never watched the content, you know I don't care. Like I've reached a dangerous space because I say once you reach that space where you could give two shits what anybody thinks about you, I know what you mean. You become extremely dangerous.
But because I can kind of get this from you, like your inner you won't allow you to do that. Like I know that you might say that.
No, I'm there. Well, go ahead. You're in this energy. I'm telling
you, I can feel it. I can feel it. So there are times when I'm like, yeah, like I really do not care. You know what I'm saying? But like the real me, you know what I'm saying? I knew that if I saw it in front of me, I'm going to care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say, you know what? All right.
Let me say this. Like, I know what's on the pages of this book.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely, like, I care.
Right.
I wrote it. Like, I know what I bared on these pages.
Right.
And not a single soul outside of publishing houses, agents, and shit like that know what's on the contents of these pages. I wrote it. And when I started, see, here's the thing. When I started writing, this was a list of pros and cons. It wasn't supposed to turn into this.
Right.
I'm writing a list of pros and cons, debating on do I stay or do I go, right? And then a friend of mine knew an agent and connected us, and she's like, send it to me. So I sent it to her, and she's like, I want to be on this project.
Right.
Like, let me shop this around. And I'm just like, okay. And never in a million years did I imagine that it would turn into this, me doing a podcast, turn on the camera each and every week and sharing my energy with people. Because the thing about me is what I presented to the world, like I said earlier, like, you know, with friends and family, like my parents never hear me curse and stuff like that. Like, if you know me, you know I got the foulest mouth in the world. Like, I say the most inappropriate things at the most inopportune moments, right? But what I presented to the world was this prim, press, proper, like professional Dr. Monique Ross. Like,
It was the way that you were supposed to come across.
Yes.
Quote,
what
unquote.
I thought people wanted from me.
Yeah.
And now that I'm being my authentic self and showing up as my authentic self in every situation, whether it be work or parenting or dating or wherever, like, I feel like I'm embraced more. I really feel like people embrace me more. And like, I love it here. Like, I absolutely love it here. It's just that I'm not like, I don't care, but I do care about the people that will open these pages and see my innermost thoughts about them, how I really feel about them.
I mean, but that's
like,
understandable.
You know, that's what I care more about than anything. Like, the rest of the world reading it, now that I process, like, people are actually going to read this, it's going to be out there, I'm okay with that part of my life.
Right.
But the people who are in my everyday life, the people that are close to me that I wrote about, that read this, they're like, they don't know these are my thoughts about them. I'm talking like best friends, guys that I've dated, guys that are friends now that wanted to date me. Like, I tell why I didn't date them. Like, one of my homeboys, I very vividly recall writing this in the book, where this guy, and we're good friends now. At one point, I considered him one of my best friends, but why I didn't date him? He had bad breath. I've never told him
Make
this.
sure you got gum.
And in the book, I wrote in the book, like, his breath smells like he has a hunk of meat, like, stuck in a tooth. Like, I wrote that in this book.
Dentist appointments are very
like,
important.
his breath smells like he has, like, a piece of old meat, like, stuck in the back of his tooth somewhere, and it's just like.
But I feel like I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, you'll be surprised, like, how resilient the people, like, around you are. Like, how so much like you they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought, like, so I have two best friends, you know, like, best friends. Like, we've been through thick and thin together. And it's just like, I know that there are some things that I can tell them that only they will understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm just completely unfiltered. You know what I mean? And they understand it.
Right.
And so the people that actually, like, love and care about you or whatever, they know the place where it comes from.
It comes from a place of love. And look, I didn't dismiss him as a friend. I just knew I couldn't date him because, like, I can't even kiss. I can't imagine kissing you with this hot breath. Like, it really smells bad. Like, no bullshit. But, you know, he's married now, and apparently somebody loved that bad breath on him, and I'm okay with that part of my life, right? So that, I think that's more so what terrifies me, like, my innermost thoughts, the inappropriate things that I think. Like, I wrote all this shit out. Like, we're not supposed to do that, and I did it. And I share my thoughts in certain scenarios, certain situations where, you know, we all have three sides to us. The sides that, you know, our close friends and family know. and the side that you present to the public world in the workspace, and then your true self. Mm-hmm. This is my true self, like the side that nobody knows. Right. And I share all these thoughts in this book. So I think that's more so what I'm like, okay, as the clock is ticking, I'm like, this is really going, it's a thing. It's a thing. And I'm excited. Like, I'm so fucking excited about it because it's like Pure Fuckery, the podcast. It's raw, it's uncut, it's unfiltered. It's me. Mm-hmm. And me articulating myself in a manner in which only I can, using my big words, and then going from using these big, absurd words that people that are highly intelligent use to me using the most ghetto, foulest language ever, because I consider myself a multifaceted individual. Like, right. I can always do both, right? I can show up in corporate America in the daytime, and at night I can sit here on Pure Fuckery, the podcast, and pop my shit with whoever, with the best of them. Like, I literally can converse with anybody on the planet. Like, I have no problem having a conversation. So I think that's more so what like keeps me up at night. You know what I mean? Speaking of what keeps me up at night, what keeps us up at night, what keeps you up at night, Mr. Ben Luke?
Oh,
what keeps you up?
Man, the thrill of success.
The thrill of success.
That and this girl that I've been talking to.
This girl that you been talking. Y'all be on the phone. What you be? Your legs be crossed. You be on top of the refrigerator. You know that meme.
Right. You just doing all types of random crazy stuff.
Shit. And you on the that's what you be doing.
Yeah, I gotta. So me, like, when it comes to things that, like, I just have these moments where I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, stop. But I always come back. Yeah, like, so. It's always somebody. Like,
that's how I feel. What's your zodiac? When's your birthday?
So my zodiac is a Taurus. I'm May 11th, so my birthday just passed.
Happy belated birthday.
Appreciate it, thank you. So just a new level of maturity.
A new level of
immaturity. At the same time.
New level of immaturity. I'm here for that all. I'm here for that all. So what else we got? Let me get back to my questions real quick. I think that's all I got on the list. So we got you're on a road trip. This is the signature question of Pure Fuckery, the podcast. Okay. You on a road trip, 12 hours. You driving. You on a bus, on a tour bus, and you got a 12-hour trip. I mean, I know that wouldn't happen in real life, but for the sake of this conversation,
I mean, if you're going from St. Louis to Texas, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you St. Louis to Texas, and then you coming back. So 12 hours there, 12 hours back. 5 artists. What 5 artists you riding to? Their features, everything, their entire catalog, features, whatever. What 5 artists you riding to?
Well, it wouldn't be a road trip without Breezy.
All right.
Don Toliver.
Don Toliver. I'm gonna have to. I don't know who Don Toliver is.
He's new.
Should I know him?
Yeah, he's new. He's got some dope stuff.
All right, I'm gonna.
If you like the vibe music, like that's him.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like a female artist. 7 Streeter.
7 Streeter. All right, that's the first on here. We've never got 7 Streeter.
I'm trying to diversify here. This is like the last place trophies that I'm giving out right now. I would say like it's gonna have to be like I can't even think of his name, like Wiz. Even though he's dope. Now, let me not say that, because Wiz is actually dope. Wiz is dope, bro. But I just wish that he had a stronger career. But yeah, I'll play some Wiz Khalifa in there. Okay. And I need like one more person.
You need one more person.
It's got to be like another female so I can balance it out. Kalani.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got Wiz Khalifa. No specific order, right?
No specific order. Okay. Well, no, that's a lie, because I always play Breezy first.
Okay, so we got Chris Brown, Don Toliver, 7 Streeter, Wiz Khalifa, and Kalani. All right, I've never had that
combination.
I don't think only artist that was ever mentioned here is Chris Brown, probably. Maybe, and I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm trying to debate if I'm on this road trip. I can ride to, because I'm the road trip queen, right? And you know, I have to have it. If I'm riding with you, you gotta give me a good playlist, right? We gotta have some good music. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to sleep on you. And I like to drive because I'm working on it, but I used to have control issues, so I'm working on my control issues, right? Helen, that's my therapist. You know, we're working on it, right, Helen? So I'm trying to debate Chris Brown, Don Toliver, 7th Streeter, Wiz Khalifa, and Kehlani. I don't know. I have to listen to Don Toliver.
Yeah, like he's a new guy. I'll
get in the car with you, Mr. Ben Luke. Okay. I'll get in the car with you
because all of them can switch up. But every single one of them.
And we do have their entire catalog of music.
Yes, and they have huge catalog. Like Wiz Khalifa has huge catalog of music.
I'm definitely riding with Chris Brown. I can ride with 7th Streeter. I can ride with Kehlani. I can ride with Wiz, but I don't know.
That's 4 out of 5. That's 50%. That's over 50%.
Like, it's only a couple songs of Wiz that I know. Like, I'm not, like, I like Wiz Khalifa, but he's never, like, I'm not, like, I don't have him.
But that's
not
because
in my
we're
rotation.
not on the coast.
Right. I feel you on that. Because on the you get out to the West Coast, everybody probably riding a Wiz. When I think of Wiz Khalifa, I think of Black and Yellow.
Oh, yeah.
that's the one song that pops in my head. Him, that song, and what's the girl, Amber? What's her name? What's his baby mama name? Is her name Amber? Amber Rose.
Oh, Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. That's who I think. You like Amber? That's who I think of.
Man,
Amber
she been
Rose.
outside the picture for so long.
I know. But that's what when you bring up Wiz Khalifa, I think of Amber Rose. So I might be on this road trip, man. I just might ride, and I might get out. We might take a pit stop, and then I might not get back in the car with you.
She gonna stay in the gas station, like, you know what, you guys can go.
Depends on what's playing.
Waiting
what's
for my
on
Uber.
the radio. Like, you know, I might have to hop in an Uber. You know, find somebody at the gas station. I don't know. But right now I'm riding. So that's all I got, man. We got Ben Luke in the fucking building live.
Yeah.
This episode's gonna air this Friday. I don't know what the date is, like the 30th, Friday, July 30th. We're in July, right?
We're about to go into August.
We're about to go on. So yeah, it's the 30th. We produced live. Episode being produced live in the Big Stu Studios. Episode being produced by my guy, Big Stu.
Shout out to Big Stu.
Plug your socials real quick, Mr. Ben Luke.
All right, so y'all ready for this?
We ready. Are y'all ready for this?
All right. So social media, it's Ben Luke Music. And then if you look on like YouTube, music platforms, it's strictly Ben Luke.
Okay.
You can find me everywhere. I'm on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes. It doesn't matter what platform you on. I'm on that mug.
Okay.
Go stream higher because it's going up.
Go stream higher on everywhere. I'm streaming higher. I'm streaming Ben Luke music, man. I'm fucking with it. It's a vibe. It's a real life vibe. You definitely give me Usher, Chris Brown vibes. Do you consider yourself a R&B artist, or do you consider yourself just an overall artist? Do you rap or anything else? You just is it clear just strictly pop, R&B?
So I can do it all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got bars too?
I got bars.
Spit something for us real quick.
Not those type of bars. Because I'm a singer at heart. But
not those type of
so
bars.
the way that I work, just kind of like, so you guys know, for all the people that do want to work with me, like in the studio.
Okay.
It centers around what I hear. So if you got like a little flow going, like, yeah, bro, say this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about like the melody, the flow, you know, if it's a rap, it's all about the rhythm of it. You know what I'm saying? Because rhythm creates space. Right. Rhythm creates like, you know, the vibe or whatever like that. So that's all. I'm going off feeling right now.
Okay.
Every single time. Like, I try to go off feeling every single time.
I'm rocking with it, man. I'm rocking with you. We got Ben Luke in the fucking building. Y'all know where y'all can find me on social media. So, SOO, Sophisticated One on Instagram. I asked you guys to help me pick a new Instagram name, and I probably got 1 or 2 comments in each, whatever those comments were.
We need some more comments.
So drop it off in the comments, man. Help me pick a new Instagram name. I'm ready to change my Instagram name. In worst case scenario, I'm just going to go to my first and last name. Like, you know, I am Monique Ross or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
It's official Monique Ross.
Official Monique Ross. Drop it off in the comments. It's official. Let me know. I might change it to that. Let me know what y'all think on It's Official Monique Ross. We got Ben Luke in the building. New music tour coming up next year. You got the dance battle coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
What else we got going on?
We got a couple more gigs. I actually got a show this Friday.
All right, this Friday
at Artists of Arts on Cherokee.
Okay.
It's like a R&B night. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be slowing
what time
it down
this
a little
Friday,
bit.
man? Pull up. Artists of Arts in Cherokee.
It is at 2643 Cherokee. What time though?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Okay. So that means 8:30 because we all got to get lit. You know what I'm saying? We got to get some drinks in our system. You know what I'm saying?
Get some drinks in our system. Hey, pull up to the show this Friday.
Yeah.
Artists of Arts, Cherokee at 7:30, 6:30. I don't know what I just said. 8:30. Y'all said it too many times. Hey, if what I got going on Friday, can I pop out?
You do not have anything going on Friday.
I don't know. I have a look at my calendar.
Get your tickets right now.
We might pop out this Friday, yo. We might pop out Friday, July 30th. Again, y'all know where you can find me. SOO Sophisticated 1 on Instagram or pure_fuckery on Twitter. It's SOOO Mo. Facebook, Monique Ross. We got my guy, Big Stu, producing the fucking episode. That's right. Young Mo and Big Stu back together again, live in the Big Stu studios. I am your host. It's your favorite fucking Dr. Bay. We got Ben Luke in the building. We'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace.
World peace.
Your favorite fucking Dr. Bay. Monique Ross. Drop it off in the comments, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there. I appreciate you guys for liking, comment, sharing. Thank you all so much for the love and support that you show me, for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Pure Fuckery. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'll catch y'all in the next fucking episode. Peace. Bye.